You are taking on a pretty tough character here.
Yeah.
Tell us about Zelda. Tell us what
Whew.
attracted you to this character.
I mean, the character itself, of course, was just that's kind of an actor's dream because it's so there's so much to her and it's so emotionally heavy. Um, and Eric's script, the whole as a whole, I was attracted to the movie. It's it's just an intense ride, and I knew I was scared of it,
Yeah.
and that it would be really challenging. And that's, I mean, that's what you want to do as an actor, right? You want to face your fears and challenge yourself and see what you're capable of as a person.
Now you do a lot of genre.
Yeah.
Have you always been a horror fan?
I've always loved horror movies. I definitely wasn't like educated in them. Like
Okay.
I loved to watch horror movies. I loved to be like scared. I love like the gore and the effects and the whole thing, but I didn't like know directors and writers and all that stuff. Yeah. It was just I've always loved movies as a whole.
Nice. Well, what
Yeah.
was your first introduction to horror? Do you remember?
Um it depends like I mean, I remember I don't know if this is horror. I remember watching Fire in the Sky, which is more sci-fi.
I would say that works because that's
But
creepy.
I was so I would think I was like 4,
my
and
God.
I was so traumatized. I finally watched it again as like an adult, and it was still
So creepy.
terrifying. Yeah, I'm still terrified of that movie. Also, my mom had this huge Edward Scissorhands poster above our bed, which always scared me. But I love that movie so much. So yeah, and she was also obsessed with like Rosemary's Baby. So I saw that. Yeah, I had quite an eclectic, like scary mix of movies in there.
That's awesome.
And she loved musicals, so I it's all over the place.
Oh my God. Well, there are musical horror films.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
Like
couple.
what?
Stage Fright, Cannibal the musical. my
I've
favorite.
never seen any of these.
Oh my God, you need to. We will. I'm going to
Okay.
educate you on these. 'cause
Please
they're
do.
Awesome.
Okay,
They're
cool.
Awesome. Now, okay, you work these crazy hours doing these independent films. What do you do for fun? What do you do to get away from this?
I mean, I do normal stuff. I hang out with my friends. I like to like go on hikes. I love being outdoors. I like to read books. Like I'm kind of like I just normal calm things. Yeah, I'm
You're
not
not a
very
club gal or
exciting.
not a.
I am not a clubber. I mean, I don't. I just don't like being with a lot of people in a dark place where you can't hear each other talk. I mean, I like dancing, but not. I'm not a club. I'm not a club girl.
Well, in LA, it's almost like you can't go to a club and actually just dance. It's always too crowded.
It's
and too
so
packed.
crowded and packed. Yeah, and I also don't drink. So I mean, I have, of course, in my life,
Yeah.
but I don't. It just if you don't want to go to a club sober because it's just not that fun. So, not a clubber.
You're a reader, though, because no one reads nowadays. Nobody reads.
That's
You
not
read.
true.
So many people don't, though. I can't. I don't know what a book is. I can't read one.
I love
What
books.
do you read? What do you read? Who's your favorite author?
Oh, who's my favorite author? I go through phases. I went through a crazy Chuck Palahniuk phase. I read all of his books.
Okay, I read him.
Yes, see, you
So I
read.
do read some.
I really love Charles Bukowski and Jonathan Safran Foer. He's amazing author. I just like books. That's also how I do a lot of research for characters. Like I don't know. You can get lost in a book so easily,
Yeah, that's true.
and I really like that. I like that as like an escape. I'm gonna go like if I'm having like a bad day or week, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go read a book and fall into that world and just live there for a minute, and then when I come back, everything's okay.
Do you have a character that you'd love to play that you've read that you've never seen actually on film?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I don't know. That's something I'd have to think about. Nothing like instantly comes into my head. Chuck Palahniuk wrote Invisible Monsters,
Yeah.
which is but I think they're making that into a movie,
I think so.
and I'm not
yeah.
really sure. I don't know. There's not a character that jumps out. I also read this book called Elsewhere, which is I think like a young adult novel,
Okay.
and it's about this. I'm too old to play her now. She's 13 in the book. I grew up.
They can fix it.
But
I'll make it work.
But it's this amazing book. This 13-year-old. It's about this 13-year-old dies and goes to heaven, but it's called Elsewhere.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's a beautiful book, and I just fell in love with it.
Now, do you have, obviously you've been in this business for a while, do you have actors like that you just, I want to be her, or I want to, like, either you can call it girl crush, you can call it just, someone you icon.
Totally.
Do you have someone like that?
Yeah. 2 people instantly come into my brain. Vera Farmiga. I've been in love with her since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And Juliette Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Good
I would
choices.
kill for her. I mean, every character she chooses is the right one.
Favorite Juliette Lewis performance?
Oh my God, that's like so impossible.
I always go back to Cape Fear, even though it's like reverse thing.
Yeah.
She kind of blows me away in that film.
Yeah, she blows me away in so many films,
Yeah,
though.
she's really good.
She's just so good.
Always good.
She's always good. And it's interesting to see like her career over the years, because she was so amazing when she was so young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she's like now, but she's equally amazing now. And I don't know, there's like there's so many child actors who are so great, and then they grow up and we either don't see them, or they're like, the magic isn't there anymore.
Yeah, or they have, all the issues.
Or they have
that come with
issues,
the name,
yeah, of course. And she's somebody that, like, her magic stayed.
Yeah, I agree with that. She's awesome. I always think back to her. I always loved, like, Natural Born Killers and Cape Fear. And I think she was awesome in Whip It, too.
She was awesome in Whip It.
Yeah, right?
She was so good in Whip It.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. And I just watched the Quentin Tarantino movie, what she was in.
Oh, shoot.
Why is it? I'm drawing a blank.
I am too.
Dawn after dusk.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I've
She was
never
great in
seen
that.
that. I'm watching that tonight.
What?
Never seen that one. I don't know why.
You've never seen that movie?
Yeah, we're doing an Unseen Hollywood where we have to talk about movies that we haven't seen. I've seen every horror movie. I've never seen that.
You have to see that movie.
I'm seeing it tonight on Netflix.
That's insane. You just blew my mind.
I know.
Whoa.
Everything else.
Whoa, okay, cool. Yeah, watch it.
Now we're doing something fun. You are taking 2 characters that are very beloved to me.
Yeah.
Freddie and Jason. Now, why Freddie and Jason? What attracted you to those 2 characters to take on this photo shoot?
Okay, I'll be honest. Jason wasn't my idea. I just thought of Freddie. Because when they asked me who I would want to like be, I gave some, I would say, like normal girl answers, and then but in my brain I instantly was like, Freddy Krueger would be so cool. That's not a part that I would play, so I just wanted to dress up like him. I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nice.
That's iconic, and I was just something. It was just something. That's what came to my head. I don't even know why. And then it was told to me like, hey, why don't we do like 80s theme, like Freddy versus Jason? And I was like, that's brilliant. Yeah, of course.
Now, are you a fan of the 80s slasher flicks?
Yeah, they're so much fun.
So fun.
How can you not be?
I do not know. They are the greatest.
Yeah, they're the
Every
greatest.
one of them.
And they keep remaking them, which is fine. That's like great for younger generations, okay?
Sure.
But the originals are the classics.
Yeah, well, it's hard. I get the idea that you're gonna release a new whatever Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And audiences are gonna be like, oh, cool. Maybe I'll go and watch the original one.
Yeah.
But I think for fans of the old ones, it's kind of like,
Don't do that. Yeah,
no,
you don't want to ruin a good thing. Yeah.
But it doesn't. It doesn't ruin it.
No, you still have the original.
So, out of this movie, let's go back just a little bit of this movie. What's the favorite thing that you got to do? Because you got God damn it, you got to dark places.
I know. I got to do a lot of fun stuff. I will say, like working with weapons on set, I've never really done that before, and it was really, really cool because I've never been a big fan of guns. And I had to take like a class about gun safety and how to properly shoot a gun, and it was so fun.
You look like you're having fun with
It
that.
was, yeah, I had a lot of fun and being on set and doing all those things. And a lot of the times we would only have like 1 or 2 takes at most to get certain shots. And I don't know, there's like a real adrenaline rush that comes with it. That's really fun. So now I like guns as long as they're like you're smart about them.
So how much did you do a lot of on the range and stuff like that?
Yeah, not a lot, but I did go to a gun range and shoot different kinds of guns. So I would know.
You should see her in this movie. This is a gun, man. This is a gun. Well, so Joe Blow readers, you guys are going to get the first chance to see Wolf Mother. So this amazing. She is awesome in the movie, by the way. You kick ass.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks.
much so.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gonna be awesome.
I can't wait for everyone to see it.
I know, me too. Cheers, guys.